Hello students, this is Kamalpreet here. Welcome to the course on Human Resource Management. In lecture 1, we have studied meaning, concept, definition and nature of human resource management, and we have learned that human resource management is one of the most important function, and it is a continuous process which is being performed in all the organization. And we have seen that human resource management involve all those activities which are related to planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling the human resources of the organization. In lecture 2, we'll be discussing objectives of human resource management and functions of human resource management. Before moving on to the theoretical aspects of human resource management, let's have a quick look to the India Skill Report 2018. According to the report, hiring outlook of 2018 looks positive and it's estimated to grow by 10 to 15% this year. The report captured hiring intent of over 120 employers and reached over to 5,10,000 students across the country. The report also said that employability has grown to the highest ever level of 45.6% in the last 5 years. The report further noted that Delhi, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh were among the top 10 states with the highest employment opportunities. So the students who are staying here are quite fortunate. India's IT hub, Bengaluru, constituted to occupy the pole position in terms of employability, with the survey putting the city to the top position, followed by Chennai, Indore, Lucknow, Mumbai, and Nagpur, respectively. New Delhi was placed at the seventh position, while Pune and Tiruchirappalli followed it. Significantly, the national capital was found to have the highest employable pool of candidates. The survey said that the percentage of employable resources between 18 to 25-year age stood to 46% and 26% between the age group of 26 to 29. Thus, we can see that how many job opportunities are available in the market, and on the other hand, we can see that how many candidates are available to apply for jobs. So overall employability is said to be risen from 40.44% to 45.60% over the last years. So we can say that the report gives a complete picture of the total demand and supply of employable human resources in the country. This demand and supply of human resources can lead to fruitful results. The people who are applying for jobs can be placed at the right position at the right time when the objectives of human resources are met to the highest level. So moving on to the objectives of human resource management, we can see that the main objective of human resource management is to place the right person at the right job at the right time. So the objective of human resource management can be classified into personal objectives, functional objectives, organizational objectives, and societal objectives. Firstly, personal objectives. To assist the employees in achieving their personal goals. Every person has their own priorities, aspirations, and dreams, and every organization has its own goals and objectives. HRM tries to link the personal objectives and organizational objectives to the level that achievement of goal of the organization also lead to the meeting of personal goals of the employees. Thus, maintaining a give and take relations and ensuring that employees are motivated and they give the best of the services throughout their life as much as possible, that too very happily. So let's say example that there are many companies which offer flexi times or work from home facilities to the employees, specifically women employees who are not able to come often to offices because of some personal family issues or problems. This helps them to achieve one of the major personal objectives, that is, to take care of the families, like their small children or adults whom they have to take care. So thus, they are able to balance their life. They are able to take care of their family and contribute towards growth of the organization. So this helps the employees to stay with the company throughout every sphere of their life. Next is functional objectives. HRM undergoes lot many functions related to workforce of the organization for all the departments, whether it's finance, marketing, R&D, or any other. And while performing these functions, it should be ensured that the benefits obtained are more than the cost incurred. Like students, you all purchase a product, you all see that the utility you are getting is more. Okay, the cost you're spending is less, the benefits are more. So, same the organization also look into that. So, in today's competitive world, HR department plays a major role to ensure that the cost spent on any employee should lead to certain amount of revenue. Example, Cognizance, which is an IT company, its revenue grew 10% in 2017, even as its headcount fell by 200 from the previous year. For the first time in the history, a performance that experts said rest of the IT sector is working hard to achieve, but Cognizant has done that. So the company has reskilled about 1 lakh of workforce in digital skills. And this is the reason which might have helped the company to grow in its revenue per employee through its technology-based digital model. So the outline is that every company is trying hard to spend less on its employees and extract more from them. Next is organizational objectives. To place the right person at the right job at the right time is the key functional area of human resource management. Human resource management should ensure that every employee make their fullest contribution to achieve the objectives of the business. So example, if a management trainee will be joining an organization, he or she may be specialized in particular area. Let's take either HR or marketing or finance. So suppose if the specialization is in marketing, then the trainee should be placed in the marketing department of the organization. And appropriate training should be given from time to time to ensure that he or she contributes towards achieving the objective of the business by giving effective services to the customers. Next is societal objectives. To be ethically and socially responsible to the needs and challenges of the society. HRM must ensure that the organization must follow all the principles related to legal, ethical, and social issues. HRM ensure that there is no violation of various employment laws created by the government. If the societal issues like diversity, racism, people with disabilities, unemployment, underemployment are well catered, this will in turn create a respectable position of the organization in the society and will also lead to its growth. So example, a board which is an American multinational computer software company has announced that the company has achieved pay parity in India, closing the wage gap between its male and female employees. And this is very important milestone as the commitment towards building a work culture that believe an equal growth opportunity for all has been achieved. So thus we have seen that the objectives are divided into four: personal, function, organizational, and societal. After looking into the objectives of human resource management, let's have a look to its functions. So the functions of human resource management can be categorized into two broad categories. First is managerial functions and second one is operative functions. Starting with the managerial function of human resource management, it includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So let's take example of Reliance Trends. You go to the store and try to analyze the people working over there. You may realize that some employees are handling customer query, some are on the bill counters, some are busy in arranging the shelves. Thus, you may be able to realize that how well management is being done. The store manager have divided the store into different units or counters and then assigned role to different employees depending upon their skills. Like a person who is good in communication and convincing will be assigned the role of handling customer query. Someone who is efficient in accounting might have been given the task of billing and accounts handling. So the manager of the store even keep on observing that the employees are working effectively and efficiently and giving the best of the services to the customers. The next is operative functions. Operative functions, also known as service functions, are those tasks and duties which are specifically usually entrusted to the human resource department of the organization, and it is related to employment, HR development, compensation management, and employee relations. So let's start with employment. The first is HR planning. It basically refers to the process of deciding what position the firm has to fill and how to fill them with the right people to achieve organizational objectives. So, you have to identify the current and future human resource needs of an organization. So, suppose you own an IT firm, you'll try to find out how many people are currently available and how many people will be required in the near future. Next thing is recruitment. It is finding or attracting applicants to apply for jobs in the organization. So suppose you identify that you require 5 more employees to be working in your organization. Now you will decide whether you'll give an ad in the newspaper or you'll go for a campus interview. Next is selection. It is the process of selecting the best candidate for a particular position. So suppose 10 people applied for a job, 10 people came for the interview also. Now out of those 10, you have to take interview, you have to take test, and then you have to select the best. Next is placement. It is matching the skill presented by an employee for a particular position which demands that skill requirement. So who is good in languages will be given the coding job. Who is good in web designing will be given the job of developing websites. Next is induction. It is to make the newly selected employee know what to do and how to do. So the 5 people who will be joining your organization, you have to make them aware about the policies of the organization, about the culture of the organization, and what task he has to perform, who are the superiors, who are the subordinates, and many more things related to the day-to-day working and activities of the organization. The next operative function is human resource development. It includes performance appraisal. When I say performance appraisal, it refers to setting performance standards, evaluating performance, motivating employees to remove the deficiencies in the performance. Let's say example, you have told your employee, one of your employees that, or one of your team, to complete a project within 2 months. So now you'll evaluate whether the project has been completed within 2 months, how it has been completed. Training. It is giving the new and present employees those skills which help them to perform the current job effectively. So suppose you have seen that the project was supposed to be completed within 2 months, but the employee was not able to do so. And you feel that this has happened because of the skill gap. The employee is not having the sufficient skills. Now you'll train those employees so that they have able to deliver projects on time, that to quality projects. Next is career development. Series of activities performed in the organization which contribute to personal skills, knowledge, interest, motivation, and growth in the career path comes under career development. So training is related to current job and career development is related to future job. So if a trainee has joined my organization, I'll help him to become a team leader through various developmental activities from time to time. Next is career planning. So providing career related guidance and assistance to employees that significantly contribute towards the career satisfaction and success. So if a trainee has joined my organization, I'll motivate him. I'll tell him what are his strengths, what are his weaknesses, how he can convert his weaknesses into strength. And through career development activities and training, I'll help him to improve or to go ahead in his career. Next is succession planning. Like you can connect it with successors. So succession planning is a process for identifying and developing new leaders who can replace old leaders when they leave, retire, or die. So suppose in your IT firm, there are 2 managers. You're relying on them, that's good. But maybe they leave the organization in the future because of reason like they get more better job opportunity. So you have to find out who can be the next best person who can replace them. And those next best person need to be trained and developed accordingly. Next thing is compensation management. Compensation means compensating, paying the employees for the work they are doing. So first is job evaluation. Job evaluation means determining relative worth of the job, what you have to pay for a particular job. Okay, if the job is for clerk, how much you have to pay. If the job is of a software developer, how much you have to pay him. You have to determine the relative worth, wage and salary administration. So maintaining internal and external pay equity. Now what is this pay equity? Pay equity is derived from the word equality in pay. Now internal pay equity. So someone, suppose there are two software developer, one is my relative. So it doesn't mean that if he's my relative, I'll pay him higher. I have to weigh two-person equally if they're equal in skills and equally talented. External pay equity. It means that I have to pay the employees equal to what the employees of other IT firms are getting. Because if I'll not pay them, they'll surely leave my organization and go somewhere else. So maintaining external pay equity is also equally important. Incentives. It's the reward given to the worker or employees apart from the regular pay or benefits after achieving a certain target in future. So suppose if I say my employees that you get me 10 projects and each project I'll give you some incentive, I'll give you some amount for the each project you are getting. So that is what is incentive. Next is bonus. Rewards are based on past achievements such as some important milestones has been achieved. Suppose my employees are performing very nicely, everything in the business is going very nice, I'm earning high profits, employees are developing projects in the best possible way. So I feel that I have to reward them, I have to give them something in return. So that will be bonus. So bonus is related to past performance. It is backward looking. And incentives are related to future performances. So it is forward looking. Next is fringe benefits. What is fringe benefits? Benefits form a part of the basic salary given to the employees. Like you may give your employees a flat to stay, or you may buy them a life insurance policy, or you may give them traveling allowances. So these type of benefits come under fringe benefits. Lastly, it's employee relations. Maintaining a proper relationship with the employee is also important. They should feel like that the organization is their family and they are an important family member. So first one is HR policies. Framing rules, regulations, principles related to managing a workforce of the organization is very important. We need to decide what will be the minimum working hours, how many leaves an employee can avail, and many more like these. Trade union. It's resolving the grievances or issues of trade union. But what is trade union? So it is group of workers, they come together, they appoint the leader, and in case if they feel that there is any grievance, they can put forward those grievance in front of management through their trade union leader. So suppose the workers of the factory feel that the wages are not meeting their daily needs. So this point they'll put forward through the trade union leader to management. So both the management and the trade union leader will decide what should be the wage given to the workers so that workers are happy and contented. Employment laws. Yeah, this is also very important. Adhering to the various employment related laws. So it's Factory Act, Workmen Compensation Act, Minimum Wage Act, Gratuity Act, many more. It's very important that an organization need to adhere to these employment laws. Otherwise, at any time, any employee or worker can file a case against the organization in the court of law. So, laws created by government specifically should be adhered to. So, thus we have completed all the operative functions: employment, HR development, compensation management, and employee relations. Just have a quick look. Thus, the students, I hope you have understood the functions. They are divided into two: managerial and operative. Managerial includes planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, coordinating the activities of employees, and operative functions, which we have discussed in depth with various examples. Students, here come the most interesting part. It's from cloud to corporate. From last 15-20 minutes, we have discussed objectives and functions of HR management. Now comes the application part. You have to visit a departmental store, a bank, or any small firm, and you have to analyze the way employees over there are working. You try to correlate the aspects which we have studied. Try to understand how it's being applied in that place. And suppose if you're able to correlate and analyze, please share your valuable learnings out of that. I'll be very happy. The references are Human Resource Management by Gary Dessler, Human Resource Management by K. Ashwathappa, and Human Resource Management by L. M. Prasad. These are the books you can kindly refer. And for any queries or further discussion, please write to me at cloudcampus@gmail.com. Thank you very much.